This video is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map where you can see how many grounds you visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to Serious Respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my match review, match reaction and match analysis of Manchester City's emphatic 6-1 victory over AFC Bournemouth in the Premier League. Before we crack on with speaking about all the talking points, including a lot of love for Jeremy Doku, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description. If you want to go and check out my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, Scratch Off Maps. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on checkout to get yourself 10% off your order. So let's crack on with this match review. We're going to start off by speaking about the teams first and foremost. And Manchester City did do a bit of rotation, and I was nearly spot on from what I said in my preview. Ruben Dias, he'll be rested. Manuel Akanji, fresh from suspension, comes back in for Manchester City. I didn't predict Mateo Kovacic to come in. I had Jack Grealish starting with Jeremy Doku on the right wing, and I had Bernardo Silva moving into midfield. In the end, City went with Bernardo Silva on the right wing, Jeremy Doku on the left wing, and went with Mateo Kovacic starting alongside Julian Alvarez, Rodri and John Stones. So Phil Foden given the rest, which is what I'd predicted there. But Jack Grealish, the big absentee, given a rest as well for Manchester City after putting in what I thought was a decent performance against Manchester United. We need to get him going. Yeah, we put Doku in, and all of a sudden he comes out with a goal and 4 assists on that left-hand side. And I'm sure the only person for Manchester City today that's going to be having a headache is going to be Jack Grealish, and thinking, you know what, how am I going to get back into that Manchester City squad? What can I do to be starting them matches? Big questions. And the only way you're going to do that is through consistent performances. And, of course, I'm expecting Jack Grealish to be one of several changes that will be made midweek for Manchester City as we take on young boys of Burnley. Let's not forget, we will go with a strong team because we need to win that game to seal qualification into the last 16 of the Champions League and allow us to rotate ever so slightly for the remaining 2 games to allow us a bit of respite in what's going to be massive fixtures coming up. Chelsea away, Liverpool at home, Spurs at home, Aston Villa away we've got coming up in the Premier League. Massive game, very difficult game, so we're going to need our squad to be very fit and healthy and fresh. And with that being said, Erling Haaland coming off at half-time for Manchester City, albeit we're 3-0 up, fantastic, but going off with a little niggle and limping off isn't great for City, so I wouldn't be surprised to potentially see Erling Haaland not feature against the young boys of Burnley. We're awaiting further clarification on if there is an injury and how serious that is. I personally think it was just a little precaution played here by Manchester City and nothing to be concerned about, but we are waiting on official confirmation on what that is. So in terms of this game, 66% possession for Manchester City. We dominated that first half. We found the 3 goals that we were looking for. Jeremy Doku opened the scoring. It took us 30 minutes to get going, but a lovely finish on the toe end of his boot into the back of the net to give City the lead. And then it was Bernardo Silva 3 minutes later with an assist with Jeremy Doku squared across. Lovely finish from Bernardo Silva taken into the back of the net, and 2-0 up gives us that killer 2-goal cushion. And Bournemouth then all of a sudden in a lot of difficulty, and City round it off through Manuel Akanji, albeit a shot from Jeremy Doku wasn't destined for the back of the net, comes off the back of Akanji and into the back of the net, which meant that he had another assist, so 2 assists and a goal for Jeremy Doku in that first half. Outstanding first half for Manchester City. Bournemouth not at the races. Yeah, Manchester City won the second half 3-1 and we're going to win this game 6-1, yet I thought Bournemouth were much better in that second half. More in City's face. They were getting players forward. I don't know why it took Bournemouth to go 3-0 down before they got going. I presume just shell shock from that 7-minute spell that City found from the 30th minute to the 37th minute, which took the game completely away from them. They seem to have gone with that park the bus tactic of putting 10 men behind the ball and trying to force a 0-0 from Manchester City. Yeah, they look more fluent, they look more comfortable, they looked like they were going to make something happen in that second half. That's because they were getting players forward and it was the scoreline that was forcing Bournemouth to do it rather than their actual approach. And I thought they got their approach from this game all wrong. I understand why they've gone with that low block approach, but I just feel like having a go at Manchester City is the better way to go. If you're just going to sit there and take it from City, you will take it. Man City will score them goals and Man City will go on to win the game. But teams, obviously, they look at the scoreline, they don't want to have a pop because they say, we don't want to lose 6-1, we don't want to concede 6 goals, we'd rather lose 2-0 or 3-0 or maybe grind out a 1-0 loss or something. And to me, a loss is a loss at the end of the day. Doesn't matter if it's 1-0 or 10-0, a loss is a loss. You don't pick up any points from it. Obviously, in terms of the confidence, they want to take that forward, but I just feel like Bournemouth were caught between 2 different tactics there. They looked better in the second half, but they still conceded 3 more goals, even though City had took off Erling Haaland and rotated their squad heavily in that second half. It's still managed to concede, and that's because there was space there for Man City to work with. Foden on 64 minutes grabbing the goal from the substitute bench for City, coming on for Erling Haaland, and again another assist for Jeremy Doku, threaded right in for Phil Foden to tuck that one away. And then Jeremy Doku manages to get himself another assist. It was probably the best of the lot, just threaded through on the counter-attack for Bernardo Silva to lob the keeper, and it does go over the line to the goal is awarded to Bernardo Silva. Matheus Nunes made sure and followed that up with a stunning finish on the volley. He still awaits his first goal for Manchester City. We saw Mateo Kovacic waiting for his first goal for City as well, hitting the woodwork. We saw Solanke hit the woodwork as well. If all opportunities were put away here, this could have been an 8-2 really. And then Manchester City rounded it off. Oscar Bobb coming off from the bench, very impressed with him last 10 minutes, coming on, drilling a ball across, and there's Nathan Ake with a decent diving header to give Manchester City the 6 goals and the 6-1 victory. Bournemouth's goal came through Sinisterra from the substitute bench. They did have a goal disallowed through Solanke that was marginally offside. This time the call for Sinisterra goes in their way as Max Aarons played a ball across on the counter-attack, and a well-taken goal into the back of the net means Ederson. The only disappointment we've got, even though we've got the victory, we've got the 3 points, we've got the goal difference as well to put pressure onto Arsenal and to Tottenham Hotspur as well, who have both got difficult games coming up. Newcastle away for Arsenal later on this evening, and of course on Monday night Spurs taking on Chelsea in a London derby at home as well. So hopefully we can get a couple of favours there from Newcastle, and Chelsea would be fantastic. Yeah, Bournemouth managed to round that off and grab themselves a goal, and the only disappointment we had was not keeping a clean sheet, but we got the job done. 21 shots, 8 on target, 6 goals. Fantastic from Manchester City. The shots on target to total shots ratio, not brilliant from City. I think that's something they can improve on, and tightening up a little bit at the back and being wary of the counter-attack when things have been mopped up would be great. But you're looking at statistics rather than that having any real impact on the team. But at the end of the day, comprehensive victory. Yeah, let's not take away from the fact that Bournemouth managed to have 5 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Ederson not made a save and yet still conceded a goal. 85% pass completion rate for Bournemouth, even though they've only had 33% possession, is decent. As I said, if they had a pop at Manchester City, I'd say fair respect to them, but this time on the receiving end and sending City on to 27 points and plus 20, and a 5-goal difference on Arsenal and a 7-goal difference on Tottenham Hotspur, and City back to the top of the summit. And City was 66% possession, 93% pass completion rate, all round just a fantastic performance. We need to follow that momentum now. We've picked up a victory last weekend in the Manchester derby. We've looked good since coming back from the international break. We need to continue that momentum now. We've got a match against Young Boys Tuesday night. Don't even think about Chelsea next weekend. Young Boys Tuesday night, rotate the team again. get a strong team out there still, get them 3 points, get qualification into the last 16. That's that job done. It means you can rotate more against Leipzig. You can do a full rotation if we've got first place mopped up by match day number 5 in the Champions League. It means that we can then heavily rotate in that last match away from home in Serbia against Red Star, which is just at the receiving end of Man City's very difficult fixture calendar that we've got coming up throughout the remainder of November and into early December as well. So lots to look forward to, lots to think about still, but a really good victory for Manchester City today against AFC Bournemouth. So there we go, they've been my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you are new around here. It is free to subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, like to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, Scratch Off Maps. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on checkout and get yourself 10% off your order. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City videos. We have build up to that Champions League match now against the young boys of Bern. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.